the topic will be a little bit. Yeah,
Sorry,
today
I just
the
started
topic.
recording the meeting. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. Today, I thought maybe the topic will be a little bit different. Yeah. Today, that I thought to talk about the debate, the philosophical debate, how the structure of the philosophy debate. So that's why. So today, maybe talk about the philosophy debate, how the philosophy debate goes, and the purpose and the structure of the philosophy debate. So now you can see that the one thing and that the important things is that the normally the philosophy debate is important things of the philosophy debate is that it is the more like finding the truth and finding the reality, because the debate is the one very important key point to understand the philosophy. So once you are not very well in the debate, so that means that you don't understand the very deep philosophy very well. So if you don't, so that's why if you have not debated well, so that means that you will not understand very well of the philosophy, the points, number one. Number two is that and the debate is one of the way that you can find the truth. So because before starting that before, so I just want to share the one of my experience when I was a kid. I was very young as a kid, and asked my master the one question that how you can be so sure that you are on the right track. We are on the right track. I told him that maybe you are on the wrong track, and also we are also on the wrong track. So might be whatever you're teaching might be not right and the wrong, and that we might be all in the wrong track. So, but that was a bit. I was a very kid and innocent, and that is the way of them. I think, no. So many others they might get a little bit shocked and surprised. But my master, he was really great, and he didn't answer me anything. He was just laughing and laughing, laughing. He laughed and laughed a lot. When I said we might be on the wrong track, how you will be, how we can be so sure that we are on the right track? We can be wrong, totally. He was laughing and laughing. That really, that his laugh gave me the big, I mean, the message and the big answer for me. So I felt that I should to analyze on myself to find that we are really on the right track or not. So now the thing, okay, this is how the debate. Okay, so now the thing is that normally that how we believe the things. Normally, there are the two kind of the peoples. One is a fear-oriented, and one is a very innocent. Two kinds of the peoples. These people are very easy to believe. I mean, I should say the fear mind or the innocent mind. They are very easy to believe that whatever the people say, very easy because they have so much of the state and the state of the fear. They are very easy to believe. It's just like that. That when you are drowning in the water, even you try to catch the whatever you can see on the top of the river. So it is like a fear-minded, fear-oriented, no? And when you get scared or fear, very easy. One is the innocent. When you are very innocent, then it's very easy to believe, no, whatever people tells to you. So debate main purpose is to make your mind is a more rational, to make the person more rational and more trying to see the logic and the evidence on their belief system. Bring the more evidence and proofs, no, on their belief system. So that is the one the purpose of the philosophical debate. Yeah. Uh, Now here I want to like to tell you the one thing that what is the most interesting debate ever happened in the Tibetan philosophical debate system, whatever, which is the most interesting debate. So this debate is very controversial, but I really like that debate because that is the one of the greatest master. I think you have heard the Lama Tsongkhapa. Lama Tsongkhapa is the one of the greatest master in the Tibetan Buddhist. I mean the history. If you look at one of he's the greatest master, Lama Tsongkhapa. And Lama Tsongkhapa at the time, Lama Tsongkhapa later, the Lama Tsongkhapa, Then the century, maybe I should say that around maybe around the 1930 or 40, one of the great scholar, one great scholar came, and he's a scholar, and his name is mm, Gendun Chömpel. Okay, Gendun Chömpel. Gendun Chömpel. And he was not only the scholar, he was a very controversial scholar. Okay, controversial. Why I'm saying the controversial is that he is the one even around in the 1930 or 40, that time the Tibet, I mean the countries, the society is not very open with the modern thinking. Just you can think a little bit like a similar as the at the Galileo time in Italy. When he was bringing such a new idea, he was put in the prison. So Galileo's time. So I can't say exactly like that. Quite similar like that society. He bring the very new idea. One new idea he brought is that the few things he brought. The first thing is that he debated with the Lama Tsongkhapa and the Lama Tsongkhapa view. He debated with the Lama Tsongkhapa very openly. Not only debate, he wrote the book. He wrote the one book called that uh, commentary on the Nagarjuna's ideas. Commentary is a Nagarjuna idea, and in that book he accused the Lama Tsongkhapa idea. But still, there are some people used to say that that book is not written by him. Someone else has said, I don't believe on that theory. I'm sure that that book was written by him. Such a fantastic logical reason he brought and accused the Lama Tsongkhapa. Number one. Number two is that what he did is that he was the one who showed the interest in the science. He was the one who told that now in the Tibet we should not live like that. We should combine the Buddhism and the science. That's his idea. So he told that all this Four Noble Truth idea Buddhism can be explained by the science. We have to go more and explore the science, and the science and Buddhism should be combined. He talked that in around 1930 or 40. That's nearly 90 years back, his idea. So right now, what the peoples are doing with the research of science and the Buddhism idea, all what they are doing is not a new thing. He mentioned that maybe 90 years back, around 1930 or 40, he already mentioned that. And one thing is that he traveled to so many countries. Then when you're traveling to so many countries, and he's really not only the philosopher, he wrote a very good poems. He's also poetry, write so nice poems. Okay, so that is, I think that you will see if you are more interested about that scholar. Even they made the documentary about that scholar. I don't know that one of the German person, he went to the Tibet and he saw the portrait of this scholar. I don't know, maybe some of the karma. He was certainly so attracted to the scholar and fascinated by his idea. Then he made the documentary about that scholar. So documentary name is called The Angry Monk. Okay, Angry Monk. You can watch that. I mean, if you're afraid of Angry Monk, the document that was scholar. Okay. Now today's that debate between him and the Lama Tsongkhapa, it's a really very interesting debate, and a lot of the people criticize him because he criticized the Lama Tsongkhapa. So, but I don't look from that point, because if you look from the very philosophy behind it, you have to see that the beauty of his criticisms and the beauty of his logical reasons, how he trying to put the Lama Tsongkhapa's idea is not right. So that is the debate. So that today I thought that this is the debate. I will explain you a little bit about the debate with the Lama Tsongkhapa's ideas and his criticism of the Lama Tsongkhapa idea. Because he himself studied from the Debung. Sure, whether you have heard of the Debung is one of the three great Gelugpa monastery. So when he studied from the Debung monastery, he studied Lama Tsongkhapa view very well, and he criticized the Lama Tsongkhapa's view. But many peoples, they don't like him because of he criticized Lama Tsongkhapa. But my view about him is very different. I don't mind whether he criticizes whoever, but he is still a human and sentient being. So we have to generate the compassion and the love. So that is the main Buddhist practice. We talk always about that, no? So we have to generate the love and compassion. Plus, I really like some of his philosophical ideas, because as I was a philosopher before, so I can understand how the philosopher mind, how it works. So who are not very philosopher, I don't think they will understand how the philosophers' minds, how they work. No? Yeah, anyway. So now the point is that his criticism, there are many, in that book, few chapters about his criticizing the Lama Tsongkhapa view. The first criticism, he's that criticized the Lama Tsongkhapa idea of the Lama Tsongkhapa idea of the existence. Mainly they debate regarding about the definition of the emptiness. First that he talks about first he criticized the Lama Tsongkhapa idea of the existence. So he told the idea of the existence. He told that how the people's the existence of the reality is judging by the majority. So he said that when you are in the such a society, more than 90% society in that society say the black is white. You cannot argue with these people that the white is white. They will ostracize you. They will not even believe, and you have to follow that what the majority says. So this is the society. When you are living in such a society, when the society 99% saying that the black is a white, you have to agree that. Even you trying to prove very hard that the white is white, it is useless. So majority decide the reality. That the first he point he said that. And he gave a very interesting story. He mentioned a very interesting story how the majority decided. He tells that there is one kingdom, and the one astrologist told that in that kingdom that they are going to be the rain in that kingdom, in the rain. At the time of the after the rain, whoever drink the water of that rain, they will go insane. Whoever drink the raindrops or whoever drink the water from that rain, and that they will go insane. After the 1 week later, they had a very heavy rain fall on that kingdom. So after falling the rain, the king had the authority and the power, and he saved the lots of the amounts of the water for himself. But the poor public cannot do that. So the rain fall into the river, and most of his subjects of the kingdom have to drink the river water. They cannot live too long without drinking the water, and all the subject of the kings become insane. All got the insane. The only king, he didn't become the insane because he had the reserve water, and he kept the reserve water which is not contaminated or which is not mixed with the rainwater. So what happened? The king was perfect. Nothing happened to the king, but the whole of his subject become insane. So they all become crazy. So now the king told all his subjects that now you all become the crazy. You should not act like a crazy. You have to act like normal. Then the subject told king become the crazy. Now he talks such a very funny things. He are telling us that we gone the crazy. So now the king was weeks later, king was so desperate because he is the only one who's a normal, and the rest of his subject become insane. So he becomes so desperate, and he drank the rainwater, and he become the insane. Then everyone live very joyfully and happily. That is his story. He want to prove that the philosophical idea. So his idea is that when now in such things like a Lama Tsongkhapa's idea, when you're criticizing majority, when he started to believe the Lama Tsongkhapa's idea, even he brings he's on the right logical reason, it might not affect, because the rest of all they become insane. That's this is the first his point. Now the point is about the existence. The first debate is the debate of existence. So existence debate is told how you can prove that is existed. How you can prove the table is existed. How you can prove the house is existed. Because you will say that I see, I feel. That is the first reason. Second reason is the agreement. What you see, others also see that, and others' agreement will be the second reason. So agreement. So now it is the one. Now here, when you look at this debate, now when you look at the reasoning, now here comes the reasoning. In the philosophical debate, it is a very important to get the reason. Reason is a very important, and now you have to know here you have to know the one important thing about the reason, that the establishment of the reason, the Eastern philosophy and the Western philosophy, the reason establishment is a very different. Because the Eastern philosophy, reason, not only the reason is sufficient, you need a reason for the reason. You need the two things: reason to prove your point, and the reason for proof the reason. Two things are very important: reason for the reason. So in the Western philosophy, they talk about the two kinds of the reasons. One you call the dictative and the indictative reason. Two reasons that you can see in the ancient, the Western philosophy, from the Greece philosophy, or what the dictative and indictative reason. They will not talk going the beyond of the reason. So now in the Eastern philosophy, especially for the Nalanda tradition philosophy, Nalanda tradition debate and the philosophical debate and philosophy, it's very important go beyond of the reason. One reason is not enough. You need a reason for proof that reason is the right reason. So, okay, now here up till here, did you get my point? If you don't get my point, you can ask me. Are you clear? They're saying that in the debate yard, if you go on the debate, and if you don't want to debate, if you don't want to debate with the other, and if you don't want to get defeated, if you don't want to lose in the debate, what should have to say that I don't have any statement. So keep the silence is the best way to not to lose in debate. Okay, so when you keep silence, you will not lose the debate at all.
Rinpoche,
So yeah,
is reason and the reason for the reason, is that similar to like premises for the argument and the antecedents to the premise for the argument in Western philosophy?
not really. It's a little bit different.
Okay.
It's a little bit of reason for the reason is something like that. Okay, okay. I will give you the one example. When you say that okay, things are existed because I see it. Now, David, you have to prove that how you see that. Now you need another reason to prove that. Am I clear?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, that is another reason. Sometimes this reason go really very far.
Yeah.
In the debate, you need one reason to prove that you see it. Again, you might need another reason to prove that. So that is sometimes in the debate it go very far with that. So that's why here the Lama Tsongkhapa's point and that the scholars the point. So that scholar, maybe I will call him that scholar. Okay, that the scholar of the GC. Okay, Gendun Chempel. His name is Gendun Chempel. Scholar GC. Okay, that's GC. Okay, that's his. Okay, now the scholar GC, he was saying that how can we prove that existence? The how you can prove that? He's saying the mostly reason is that we are saying that because we see it, and there's others agreement that the same agreement that what we see, and even the others see that. So he's saying that cannot prove that the things are existed. Number one, because he said that the things cannot prove that, because he said the one thing in such a society. He said that in such a society, when everyone start to believe that there is no, the example, there is no, like there is no energy. Okay, example, if in such a society, when they're saying that everyone saying that there is no energy, so you might get the agreement for the others, but it cannot prove that there is no energy. So this is a number one reason. Number two, he argued with it is that the thing is that when you say that how is the thing is existed, then you might say that because thing is existed because Buddha say that. How you will know that Buddha say that? Then you will tell that because of the Nagarjuna says that. When you ask the second question, that how you will know that the Nagarjuna saying that, then you will say that because of the Lama Tsongkhapa says that. So how you will know that Lama Tsongkhapa is saying is right? Then finally you will come to your Guru Master, because your Master says that he is right. Then finally, when I ask you the question, how you will know that your Master is right? Then it comes to your ego. saying that, yeah, my master is right, my. That finally the evidence, all this, when you come back to the trying to prove the reality, the final, it comes to the ego, your ego. So based on your ego, you all build up all this philosophy structure. So that's why it is the history, or the second reason that how you because of the existent proof of the existent comes to the back to the again to your ego. So that is his second point. Now then the other point that he's talked about, one very interesting thing is about that now he is mainly he's saying that the Lam Tsongkhapa was saying that the things are existed, but things are not inherently existed. That is Lama Tsongkhapa's main view of the emptiness. Things are existed, and the things are not inherently existed. So he's trying to prove there is no difference between the inherently existent or the existent. Whether truly existent or existent, there is no difference at all. From the Lama Tsongkhapa point of view, he says that the difference between the truly existent and the existent, they are the big difference. But his point of view, what he says is that there is no difference between the truly existent and existent. It's the same. Same, and he's saying that the Lama Tsongkhapa, he was just, so now he told a very interesting thing is that he proved the one very interesting thing is that there is no difference. Because he said that look at the ego. He's saying that whenever you think about the self, it's an ego. Doesn't matter that whether whatever you think about the self, whatever you think about the self, that's the ego. From Lama Tsongkhapa point of view, it's not really like that. When you feel like when you think about I should eat the food, Lama Tsongkhapa says that's another ego. That's another ego. You're just thinking the self, but the right way of the thinking of the self. When you think that I should practice the Dharma, that's a right way of the thinking. Lama Tsongkhapa point of view, okay? But that scholar GC's point of view, that is a false. That is a false ego. When you cannot separate the right thinking of the self and the wrong thinking of the self. You cannot separate it at all. Whenever you start to think about yourself, that itself is a false conception. False conception. Because his point of view, he's saying the self is not existed at all. Lama Tsongkhapa point of view, self is exists, not inherently exists. This is the main point what they should debate it. So then he's saying that whenever you think about the self, that will already create all the other false conception. Because the once false conception come into your mind, that will lead to bring another false conception. So that's why the self is not existed at all. Whenever you think about the self, that is a false conception. Whenever you think that I should eat, I should drink, or like that, whatever you think that also is a false conception. Because you are thinking about a self is which is not existed at all. But the Lama Tsongkhapa point of view, what he is saying is that the self is exist. So there's a two way of the thinking of the self. Right way of the thinking of the self and the wrong way of the thinking of the self. Up till here, am I clear? Hello?
Yes. Clear to me.
Okay. Any question? Today might be, I thought a little bit touch of the debate. So that might be debate. Okay. So, okay. Now you got it up till here, my point, no? Now here now the second thing is what we'll do is we will debate, okay? Now one will we debate is that now I will have the structure, okay? But debate is something like that structure. First I will tell the rules of the debate, okay? Rules of the debate and the rule of the debate, okay? What we have, rule of the debate is what you have to do is that when I ask you the questions, you have to say yes, no, or maybe you can say I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Or but here there is no such an answer in the debate saying the maybe this, maybe you cannot use the maybe. Okay, maybe is a very tricky answer. Okay, so you cannot use the term maybe at all in the debate. Okay, so yes, no, I don't know. And if I ask the why, then you can go on the explain the reason. Okay, the first step of the debate rule. Am I clear? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so what will we do is that, okay, today we'll have the debates the short debate. So once we have the short debate, I hope that then you will experience the how is in the debate, no? But the debate is the most important thing. Is the debate you should follow the rules. Okay, debate is like a game. If you don't follow the rules, no, then it won't become the debate. Okay, then it will change into the argument. Okay. Debate have the rules, and when you argue each other, there is no rule. No, you can say whatever you feel. No, so this is the debate, not an argument. So you have the rules. Okay. So rules, and you got it. So I will be the questioner. Okay, you can be the answerer. Okay. Now the first point, we existence, about existence. The one very interesting and the good thing is that you can express the whatever you feel in the debate. Okay, there is a freedom of the thought in debate. Okay, you can go and tell that I don't believe no, I don't believe that anything. Okay, you can go whatever you want to say, but follow the rules. Okay, but when you ask the question, yes, no, and I don't know. Okay, but never, you don't use the maybe. Okay, there is no maybe. There is a maybe word. Do not maybe word. It never exists in the debate dictionary. Okay, in the debate dictionary, there's no maybe word. Okay, there's no. Okay, yes, no, or if you don't know, then you can say I don't know. Okay. Okay, so that's a Europe there. Okay, then when the debater asks you the why, then you can think the reason and then you can explain. Make your reason is a more like a precise, more short, okay? Not telling the story, okay? When I ask you the why we are human, then you have to make the answer as a short as much as you can, okay? Not go and telling the story, life story of the human, okay? Not the history of the human, okay? Okay. Okay, now we'll start. Okay, so first we want to debate. Okay, a few minutes will. Okay, you want to try? Sorry, I mean your name Yeshe, isn't it? Duck. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Now you can just see. Okay, if anyone you have any question, you can ask him. Okay, anyone if you have any questions, okay, you can ask him. Okay. Now the Yeshe that first question. Okay, do table exist or not?
No.
So table is not exist.
Table not exist.
Okay, very good. Why table is not exist? Okay, now I will tell you one thing. When persons are thinking in the debate, when you think, then in the debate courtyard, everyone will say the chir. Chir is a no such a certain meaning, but it's saying that maybe it's some sort of like the oh come on. Okay. That will be the when the questioner asks the questions and the person who have to give the answer could not answer it on time. So all the monks in the debate yard, not debate courtyard, they will just the shout and they will say, "Oh, cheer." Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, okay, go on. Yeah.
Objects have no inherent existence.
Sorry.
Objects have no inherent existence.
Okay. Now, so that do you think that the inherently existent and the existent are same or different?
Different.
Okay. So then it means that the table is exist, but not inherently exist.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
Oh, then we say that cha means that now you made a contradict statement. Can you see your contradiction statement? Before you said that the table is not exist. Now you are saying the difference between table is the exist, not inherently exist.
I don't find those contradictory.
Okay, you don't find the contradiction. Yeah, very good. Okay, so this is now I will explain that. Okay, that is the way. So sometimes the person who asks, asking the question, maybe I see the contradiction, but you might not see the contradiction. So you can say that no, I don't see the contradiction. But I will try to prove in your statement there is a contradiction. That is the debate. Got it? Okay. Okay. So that is the debate. Okay. So now this is the ones. Okay. It's in this is your first time debating in your life.
Uh, Tibetan debate, Buddhist debate,
Yeah, Buddhist debate.
but I'm a philosophy major and then a lawyer, so
That is a very different, no?
yeah.
The Buddhist debate, okay. But okay, now the second thing is that in the Buddhist debate, the most important thing is that your motivation is very important, okay? Buddhist debate is not the thing to defeat the others. Buddhist debate, the mainly you have to try to find the reality, see the reality. And also it's very important to try to understand your perception. That's a very important debate. So in the other debate, especially in the lawyers in the courtroom, who you have to defeat the other, that's
Right.
what you paid for. No, you paid for the defeat others, so you have to try your best to I mean, in the court. Okay. Now, in the here, so in the Buddhist debate, what is the most important thing is that you have the first thing is that you have to understand the others, the perspective. Then, then now when through your answers, yes and no, and that, then you can learn the how you look at the things. It is for me, it's a very helpful that when we talk with the people, then it is a very helpful that whenever people express and the talks, then it helped me to understand their perspective on the things. So it really helped me to understand the other's perspective much better. So that thing, okay, okay. So now we will, okay. Now the second, okay, second part of the debate, okay. Now we'll come to second part of the debate. Okay, I will re-ask the question, okay. Do the table exist?
Would you like me to continue or someone else?
Mm, anyone else want to debate on?
I can do it. I'll try.
Okay, okay, come on. Okay, Heather, okay.
No,
Okay,
no, the
okay,
table
Heather.
doesn't exist.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said, no, the table doesn't exist.
Okay, now, okay, very interesting. Now you can see here you can see the Heather, no, am I right? Your name?
You're right.
Yeah. Now you can see that up till this point, the Heather and the Ishe duck, no? Ishe ducks, the view is the same, no? Both the same. Now slowly you will see that they will separate the view because of the people have a different way of the thinking, no? They will get, okay. Now, okay. Now, so I will repeat the question, okay? Do the table exist?
No.
No, okay. Now the reason, the why table is not exist.
Because it's a sum of different parts.
Okay. So now here the one important thing you should know, the I'm the question I'm the debater. So sometimes if I don't understand, so I can ask, or can you explain me a little bit more on that point?
Okay. Because the
I
table.
didn't get it your fully point. I didn't get it fully point. So in the debate, it's very important that I should get your idea very rightly, A to Z. It's a very important. Okay. Normally in the conversation, you will look the people, they don't try to understand the what others' point of view. They will always try to express their view and their thinking. That's the big difference. Okay. Normal the conversation debate. Debate, the first step, try to understand your opponents or your opponent's idea. That I didn't get it very clearly. Yeah.
Okay. Because the table consists of legs and a tabletop and the pieces of wood. And so what's to say which is the table? Especially if
I see. Okay. Now my debate with you and the debate with the Ishe will go different because answer now here your answer is go a little bit different. So now I'll ask the second question. What do you think? Table leg exists or not?
The table leg, is that what you asked?
Leg. Yeah, not a table leg.
Same thing. It's it has different parts. The table leg does. It has the top.
Okay, so that okay. So that's why the table leg is not exist.
That's correct.
Okay, now I will ask that, do you exist or not?
No.
Are we exist or not?
Yes. I'm just
One.
went out there a little bit. I don't know. That was I want to say it in like a woozy kind of way, in a like interdependent kind of thing.
Okay, no. Okay, now the debate rule. Okay, now you have to yes.
I know.
No,
Right.
I don't know. Okay, do we exist or not?
I'm going to say no.
Okay, are we debating or not?
Yes.
If we are not exist, how can we debate? Now you can go and explain.
Now I say I don't know.
Okay, okay, that's good. Okay, okay. Now this is the point. Now one thing, okay, when she says that she don't know, then the debater, I can explain my idea, whether you can accept that or you can reject that. Maybe I will say that, okay, because there's a two-way of the explanation. Okay, here comes the two-way of the explanation. Okay, well, with the Lama Tsongkhapa point of view of the explaining and that controversial scholar, sorry, I don't say, shouldn't say the controversial, maybe the scholar, the GC. Okay, because he in the controversial, in the reality, he was a bit controversial. The scholar, he came and because of anyway, that is it. Okay, now the two-way. Okay, now the debate point is that the no, we are exist or not. If you are not exist, how we are debating? Lama Tsongkhapa point of view, what he is saying that we are exist, and that we are debating because we are exist, but we are not inherently exist. We are not inherently exist. We are debating. We are not inherently exist. We are exist, so that's why we are debating. That is the Lama Tsongkhapa point of view. That scholar Jesus point of view. We are not exist. We are not debating at all. You feel like you are debating. I feel like I'm debating with you. Also false conception. These are the false conception. You feel that. I feel that. I see that. You see me. This also we are in the false conception. In the false conception. That's what we call the samsara. When we are having all the false thoughts are coming in mind. So that is quite similar, the idea with the Descartes, the French philosopher, the Descartes, when he was saying that, Descartes, when he talks about that, Descartes, when he talks that nothing is exist, nothing is exist. Only the I is exist. I think, therefore I am. So Descartes said there is we cannot prove that things are existed, because some may be the external, some of the demon force might be influence us to see the things. Descartes philosophy, but he feels that the I is exist because I think, therefore I am. So okay, now here the point is that the scholar, the GC's point of view, we are not debating. Okay, you feel like you are debating, that's a false. I feel like I'm debating with you, that's a false. Okay, you are not debating, you are not hearing anything from me. You feels like you are hearing. That is the scholar Jesus' point of view. Lama Tsongkhapa point of view, he's saying that is a total nihilism. If you go that is a very wrong way. We are debating, we are talking, everything is exists, yet not it exists in the interdependent way, not the independently existed. It's not inherently existed. It exists with the depending on the others. Okay, that's why. Thank you so much. Okay, today we'll stop here. Thank you, and thank you so much. It's very nice to debating with you. It brings me back a lot of my memories. So many years I stopped the debate, because before I used to be the philosophy teacher in the monastery. That time I have the debate a lot. Not in the one day 6 to 7 hours when I teach the classes and the debate with the challenge with the old. Now so many years that I left the debate. Now so many years now I'm not debate. Now, very nice today debating with you and just show some of the this points. Okay. Thank you so much. So
Thank you,
thank you so much.
Rinpoche.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Good job debating.